Matt. But yeah, let's talk about what's happening in France. So, in France, this is something that I saw this morning, and I believe this either happened yesterday or over the night, so forth. Um, a teacher was decapitated in a Paris suburb, France's anti-terror prosecutor says. Now, I'm reading this from CNN, bear with me. Um, but yeah, so let's read what's happening here and we'll discuss. One thing I will say as far as like a meta thing, right? Like I'm a podcaster, right? I'm a YouTube commentator. And one thing I've realized is that YouTube commentators, and this is something I've realized with the Supreme Court thing going on, but like podcasters, journalists, commentators, right? CNN anchors, all these kinds of people, we are in a lot of ways acting like judges in a court. We wait for things to like happen, right? And then we respond to them. So a lot of people might not know. There has not been many things that I've covered involving terrorism of an Islamic variety. So a lot of people might not know where I stand on this stuff, right? And so I want to tell you, I am not a religious person. Um, Throughout a lot of my life, I was very much so against religion. And one of the biggest reasons why I'm still teetering on that line of being against religion is because of situations like this, right? So I'm going to read to you this. A man decapitated a school teacher in a suburb of Paris on Friday afternoon and was later shot dead by police, France's anti-terror prosecutor told CNN. The victim's body was found in, again, I'm an American, please pardon me, Aragny-sur-Oise, a northwest of the capital, according to the French National Anti-Terror Prosecutor's Office. The prosecutor's office confirmed that the attacker was killed by police in the same area. The victim was a school teacher at a secondary school in the region of Conflans Saint Honorine, according to the prosecutor's office. The teacher recently showed controversial caricatures depicting the Prophet Muhammad to his students, according to multiple French media outlets, including CNN affiliate BFM TV. Now, I just want to put this out there for the record. Again, I'm not someone, if you are Muslim, if you are Christian, if you are Jewish, I don't care. That's not my thing, but I don't care, right? I consider myself an agnostic atheist. If there were a prophet to come and they were to say like, and they were to have evidence like, yeah, God showed me this thing and I'm gonna like do this cool magic trick and they just did this thing and like automatic, like, you know, like if that happened, right? If like the Avatar from like Avatar the Last Airbender came by and was like, yeah, by the way, I'm God, look at my little magic skills, that would be cool. I might become a religious person. I might start believing in God. But as we stand in this world, I think religion is a net negative on the world. And I don't want to make this story all about my views on religion. But again, when you really think of things like, you know, commentators being a courtroom, like, am I really going to make a video about my subject on religion just willy-nilly? I don't know. Haven't done it yet. You know, so maybe I won't ever. So let me just get those opinions out there. According to French newspaper Le Monde, some Muslim parents complained to the school about the slain teacher's decision. That language, by the way, the slain teacher's decision. That's such like brutal language. To use one or more of the cartoons as part of a discussion about the Charlie Hebdo attacks, which I believe was a similar situation. Was it not? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not the most read up. The prosecutor's office told CNN late Friday that 4 people had been taken into custody following the fatal attack. Nordine, again, I'm American, bear with me, Chawadini, I don't know, I'm so sorry. A parent of a student at the school told Agence France Presse the teacher took the Muslim children out of the class before or during the conversation. My son told me that it was just to preserve them. It was out of pure kindness, because he had to show a caricature of the Prophet of Islam and simply said to the Muslim children, go out. I don't want to hurt your feelings. That's what my son told me. Now that's a crucial thing here. This isn't like an edgy atheist who's like, I'm going to draw Muhammad on the chalkboard, right? That's not what this situation is, right? Like, this isn't a situation, right, where you see, right, someone just like a teacher, right, draw the prophet of Muhammad. Let me look up Muhammad real quick. And again, maybe I'm being a little bit too edgy here. Um, but I'm going to draw Muhammad right now in solidarity. And now maybe again it's a little edgy. But so, like, it's not like the teacher was just randomly, like, drawing on the chalkboard, like, like, woo, look at me, I'm a prophet, right? Like, one sec. Like, it's not like, I'm so sorry, I'm putting a lot of effort into this bit that I'm doing that's not going to be funny, right? So it's not like the teacher just randomly turned around and started drawing the prophet. This is Muhammad, everybody. I did it. I tried my best, right? I tried my best. But it's not like that. This guy was compassionate. This person, I'm not sure if they're a male or female, I guess. Um, this person was compassionate. They said, "All right, I know this might offend people, right?" And they were very advanced about that. So again, I think personally, as far as a free speech thing goes, you should be able to draw anything. You should be able to burn anything without fear of any retribution. If I want to burn the Christian Bible, I should be able to do so without the fear of evangelists. What is the term? I'm so sorry, my brain is not working. Evangelicals, Jesus, coming to my house and fucking chopping my head off, right? I should be able to burn the Quran without, people coming to chop my head off. That is not the way we should work in a free society, right? Um, and now I get it. I understand, right? This is a very complicated situation. Islamophobia is a very serious issue, right? And we need to be able to tread that line. Like, again, I don't care what religion you are. That doesn't concern me. I have a lot of friends who are Jewish people. I have a lot of friends who are Muslim people. I have a couple friends who are Christians, right? And that's just the way it goes. I'm an atheist. That's my thing. But if you want to do what you think, that's fine. But this kind of terroristic impulse is something that needs to be roundly condemned, and it needs to be swiftly condemned, because it is something that we cannot let operate in a free society. And this goes in the same direction of when far right-wing extremists murder gay people because they think gay people are going to steal their children. It's the same thing. Murdering people for the freedom of expression, especially in an educational environment, is incorrect. That is wrong. That is not subjectively wrong. That is not different cultures having different opinions. No, that is objectively, morally incorrect. And again, allow me to be this white Westerner grandstanding here on my big fucking bedroom where I talk about how great I am and how intelligent I am. Let me be that person. I'll be that person. Okay? Nobody should ever have to fear anyone attacking them for their issues, right? Or for their opinions, as long as those opinions do not result in the deaths of people. Now, again, if your opinion is that all gay people need to be burned at the stake, I'm not going to be shedding a tear if a gay person decides to protect themselves when you decide, to start up an altercation against them. I won't really care that much. If your opinion is, oh, I want to draw a comic and my comic's going to have a cartoon in it of a prophet, right? And that's your thing and you're just a comedy writer, you shouldn't have to feel like you're going to be murdered, right? That's just the way things are. That's just the way things are. So that's my take on this subject. And again, this is a very, very bad thing and it needs to be roundly condemned. Skeptical Mantis in the chat says, Islam has a lot of potential for fascism. It is explicitly supremacist. I wouldn't say Islam itself is fascist. Islam itself, a lot of the things that I've read from the Quran is probably more modern, more usable, and more, like, malleable than the Torah or the Bible in a lot of senses. It's a more updated version. right? Now I could be wrong, but in a lot of ways, isn't the Quran just kind of like a third version of the Abrahamic story, right? Like, isn't like the Bible is like Dragon Ball GT, right? Like like the original Old Testament is like Dragon Ball Z, and then you've got the Bible, which is like Dragon Ball GT. A lot of people like it, but it's in a lot of ways it's a spin-off. And then you've got the Quran, which is like Dragon Ball Super, right? They just kind of like, you know what, GT kind of happened, but not really. And so we're just going to kind of spin off of that, and the rest isn't canon. So that's kind of my understanding. But again, I'm not a scholar here. Um, so that's just my take. Jews don't kill what is written on the Torah. A lot of Jewish people have killed people based on what is written in the Torah. Look at the Israel-Palestine conflict. There are Jewish people that are willing to murder people because they think that they have a right to a specific holy land. That's extremely problematic. Again, I think worshiping a religious text fundamentally, I think that is a huge problem. And that is why, again, I don't mind if you're religious, but I am not religious for those reasons. I think having a book that I have any disagreement with being the foundational principle of my beliefs and my ideology, I think that is extremely bad. I steal meat from lions. If you want to have a conversation, feel free to hop on. Do you want to join my Discord? Do you want to hop on and have a conversation? I'm welcome to that. But anyway, that's my opinion on this subject. Free speech is absolute. You should be able to say and do whatever you want to do as long as it does not harm any other person. That is my opinion. So again, this needs to be roundly condemned. Um, and my thoughts and my prayers, as useless as they are in this situation, are for the family of the deceased here. Or as CNN put it, the slain teacher. The slain teacher. That's such bizarre language. Such bizarre language.